Welcome everybody, I am the YouTuber here, and we are getting set for NCAA Basketball 2010, the NCAA Tournament, first round between Miami from Florida, the the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the Drake, I don't know what Drake's nickname is, we'll find out in a minute, so hold on a second. Had to take care of something there, so I turned the camera off. Alright. Let's find out what is Drake's nickname. So play, simulate, and cancel play. And then let me just show you that it did not simulate any other game besides that. And no, it did not. So go back. We'll go back in here. I just was making sure. If it didn't show any scores on that simulated, if it doesn't show any scores on that simulation box, then it hasn't simulated yet. So I can do orange and blue. What time I do white and blue there? Games. Let's see what the game is. That's okay. What numbers there? All right. Take care of that. All right. So that'll do it until we wrap things up after the game. Enjoy the game.
Welcome to CBS Sports coverage of the NCAA Tournament. Today's game is between the Drake Bulldogs and the Miami Hurricanes. Let's see how the Midwest region will play out. And of course, Bill, our starting five.
The starting five is not low. These guys are expecting this right game to find the energy. Let's see what type of enthusiasm they bring to the table.
And before we tip off, let's see what these two sides are going to be focusing on today. So here we go.
Russell, looks like they're going with nothing.
Shots up. Shots off.
Hit receives the ball.
The Hurricanes set up 4 around 1.
There's tough because guys can make shots and look at the penetrate kick.
Looking for a good shot. Call for the foul. Once again, a case of being too aggressive defensively.
There's nothing wrong with being aggressive, but you just gotta know when to back off.
Young man's just a freshman, but has demonstrated that he can play at this level.
Being a freshman can be intimidating, but the key is to find out different ways to contribute to the team. It doesn't always have to be scoring. You can do the little things that play strong defense and helping out his team.
Gotta make the freebies, Bill. Length of the floor. He shoots from the corner.
Big time dagger.
Call for the foul.
Without a doubt, this will be an emotional year for him, but the key is to stay focused on the task at hand. There'll be a time to reflect at the end of the season. His team needs him to perform at his best now.
Gets to it, the charity strike. Long down court pass. Jump shot.
Squared up on the catch. Got his puppies in order.
Thanks for joining us here on CBS Sports. Gus Johnson along with Bill Raftery. Short receives the pass. In the lane.
Makes them so competitive on the glass.
Davis handles the feed. Great hustle. And he lays it up and in. Long lead pass. Fire the senior. Down the lane. Finger roll. So easy. In the post. In the lane.
How about that, Gus?
Third team foul. Sideline inbound. Out on the left wing. In the lane.
How about this kid? Huh?
Tomlin is just as skilled scoring as he is distributing the basketball.
This guy really thrives in almost any offensive system. Very versatile and a nightmare to guard.
Nice low post play. Good entry down into the box. Jump shot. Shots off. Cleans the glass. Hilliard handles the pass. He shoots from the corner. And he gets it. Great look at the penetrating kick.
That's a great way to get open looks. Throw the D in and then kick it out.
Foul on the play. Once again, a case of being too aggressive defensively.
There's nothing wrong with being aggressive. You just gotta know when to back off.
With the free one. He got them both. On the left side. It fit. Dump it inside. Ball stripped. Foul on the play. Obviously too aggressive here defensively.
You really gotta know your limitations, guys.
At the line. Got it from the free throw line. Both free throws down. And the timeout is called. We've got a break in the action. Stay tuned for more NCAA basketball. And after the timeout, we're all set to pick things up. Looking for a good shot. Around 8 minutes remaining. Out of bounds, and we're not going anywhere. Hurricanes just don't stop moving when they get the ball on offense.
Possession on this game is so simple. Bouncing the floor, taking the right pass, and shooting 5% of shots.
He got it up and in. He was determined to get to the rim.
Nice job getting to the hole. A gutsy take. I like that mentality.
Jumping inside. He strokes it.
How about that?
I tell you, that's great offensive execution.
Doing a great job at playing their style. Ball reversal, going to the opposite side, and then they're able to convert. Inside.
Top of the key. The fans are making a difference, Rap. This is a tough place to play. On the way. We are at the 7-minute mark.
Put a little English on it.
Full court pass. Swat it away. Five. Coach, we're about midway through the first half. Good ball game. Both teams look like they have a chance to win this.
I think both teams are executing well. Ultimately, it's going to come down to who is going to play tougher at the defensive end and rebound the ball.
Fired. Off the mark.
Big time presentation at the rim. He made himself bigger by extending his arm.
Working around the perimeter. He attempts the trifecta. You can blink and he can have 20 on it. This young man can put the biscuit in the basket.
He's starting to get talented. You can relate to him. But when it comes to putting the ball in the hoop, he's got to be careful. You've got to remember to involve your teammates.
6 minutes left on the game clock. Way out on the right wing. He takes the three. Comes up empty from deep. Hurricanes get a second chance on the outside. Wide open. Do they need a timeout here, Ryan?
Because they definitely need a timeout. They've lost their composure.
Entry pass in the paint. And he's there with the power jam. Out on the left wing. Turns it over. Looking for a good shot. We're at the 5-minute mark. Call for the foul. Seems aggressive on defense here. And he lines up with the foul.
You always get your hand reaching and you get in trouble.
Another great second-year player here, Bill. Underclassmen are a big key in any successful program.
Because he's young and he's been through his freshman year and he's learned a lot. This is going to be another big season for him. Let's see how he does today.
Foul shot no good. He shoots from the corner. He misses from the outside. They work the perimeter. He can't get it to go.
C, reacting. How alert, Gus.
On the left side. Jump shot. Shots off. Tomlinson getting after it. Saves it. Ball's going to stay here. Baseline inbound. Fired. Shots off.
They've got to fill the lanes now. Get out and fill, please.
Shots off. What a rebound. Pushes it. We're at the 4-minute mark.
How about that elevation?
Third personal foul. Tomlinson is making his presence felt out there so far. Now they'll line him up. Makes the shot. It's that. Pushes it. And loses it. Shots off.
A great defensive team will limit their opponent to one shot, Gus.
Now they work it around the perimeter. He attempts the three. He missed it. Takes the board. Top of the key. 3 minutes left on the game clock. Stewart is definitely known for his power game.
You have to be able to put a body on him. Easier said than done. He's such a tough guard because he really bangs you and finishes strong down on the box.
They work the perimeter. And he can't get them out. Jump shot. He unloads the three. And he goes in. On the way. Fires. No. Pulls it in. Hurricanes are doing a terrific job of controlling the game.
Really done a great job establishing a good pace, a pace that suits their strengths as a team.
He puts up the tray.
Oh!
Top of the key. Up and in. Ha ha! Got the high pick. Dump it inside. Looking for the bomb. Got it. Wow. On the outside. Off the mark. Snatches the rebound. Under 1 minute remaining on the game clock. Cross court. He looks for three. With no luck, takes the ball. Out on the left wing. Jump shot. He can't get it to go. Gets the rebound. He shoots from outside. No luck from downtown. He missed it.
And he looks to outlet.
On the left side. He shoots from the corner. But and he can't get the bounce. With the first half in the books, we're now ready for the road to the Final Four. Stay tuned. And a good look at the team stats for both teams. Here's a look at how both teams are doing with their keys to the game. All right, Bill, we're going into the second half. This could potentially be the last half of basketball for one of these teams. It's all at stake. It's time to leave everything out on the floor.
I'll tell you what, momentum is so important right now. It's one of the goals for either team for you to get on a little run, get a bit of separation, and force the opponent to make plays and come from behind to win.
And the big fella scores it, and he's fouled. So an and one opportunity here.
Lazy D taking advantage of it.
At the foul line.
Solid shoot.
No, not this time. On the wing. And he lays it up and in. Steals the ball. Here they come on the break. Hinton receives the ball. He launches a three. Can't connect to the three-point line. Short receives the pass. The Bulldogs in a hurry. Top of the key. Down the lane. Single one. So jumping inside. He was determined to get to the rim.
A nice job getting to the hole. A gutsy take. I like that mentality.
Length of the floor. He tries the three. And hits. Lucas takes the feed. Fire. Bucket. Every roster needs a few of those type of players. A blue-collar type who's not afraid to get dirty.
Not everyone is skilled and has such a great shooting touch. There's a place for a guy like this. He's hard and he's physical.
Outside Jay won't go.
It's all about shot selection, Gus. It's so important to take good shots. And not necessarily the shot the defense wants you to take.
Lucas with the ball. In the lane. No.
That's a good stop defensively. One shot and get it out.
Pushes it. Jump shot. Off the mark.
They should look to push it now. A little wiggle, Gus.
Dump it inside. It's stripped. Active hands. Hilliard on the move. Foul on the play. Once again, a case of being too aggressive defensively. The
There's nothing wrong with being aggressive. You just gotta know when to back off.
And we'll go to the free throw line. He misses it. Makes the shot. Out on the way. Shots off. Hungry for the ball. Tomlin receives the ball. He trades the bucket. Down court pass. He goes for three. He misses from downtown. Fire. No! Ball kicked out from the post. He got it up and in. Stewart handles the feed. Jump shot. Shots off. And the tip in.
Those are effort points. No block out. Those will kill you. Capitalizing on miscues.
Long down court pass. He shoots from the deep corner. Got it. Inside. He throws it down court. He attempts the trifecta and misses.
Look to outlet.
Lucas receives the ball.
Put a little English on it.
That's a good pass.
All you really need guys on the roster who aren't always looking to score.
We are at the 7-minute mark. He throws it up from downtown. Not this time. Tomlin receives the pass. Now on the run. Tomlinson takes the pass. Here they go in transition. The shot won't fall. Hilliard receives the pass. From the corner. He misses from beyond the arc. Tomlinson gets the ball. And he's it. Out on the left wing. Out of bounds and a change of possession. The Hurricanes have come out here and are really focused on moving the ball, playing great together.
Everyone has been getting involved, Gus. Unselfish play, timely defensive stops, and really good execution at the offensive end.
First half was pretty good. Thought the shot selection by both teams was good, but now it seems as though things have gone in the other direction.
The difference in play from the first half to now is night and day. What a change. They seem to be getting everything to work in their favor in the first half. It's going to take something drastic for them to get back into this one.
They'll throw it in from the side. Short handles the pass.
Look at that block. Terrific.
Hilliard receives the ball. Goofball batted in, and we're going the other way. Inbound from the baseline. Now we've got a turnover. Call for the foul. Ball coming in from the sideline. He Can't get it to go.
Look for the outlet.
Knowles receives the ball. Up and in. Ha ha! Stewart gets the pass. Fires. 5 minutes left on the game clock. The Bulldogs did a great job going through the high post on that play.
They got the ball to the big guy at the high post, and the D just couldn't react in time, guys. That's often the case when the ball goes into that area of the court.
On the left side. Hilliard must stay out of foul trouble. He brings too much to the table for his team. Obviously too aggressive here defensively.
You really got to know your limitations, guys. Opportunity here to put some points up, Gus. Clock stopping.
Got it. Pushes it. It's no good. Tomlinson handles the feed. And he lays it up and in. On the outside. He shoots from the corner, and he hits the three. We're at the 4-minute mark. Dump it inside. He doesn't get the hoop. Hinton handles the pass. He tries the three. Hurricanes got some good ball reversals. Coach has to be happy with the offensive execution.
Some great swing passes, ball reversal, getting them the open looks. Exactly what they want right now, guys.
Cal Malone.
Bingo. So easy.
Long pass down court. Jump shot. Off the mark with the shot. Tomlinson handles the pass. 3 minutes left on the game clock. Top of the key. Fire. Can't get it to go. Good finish. Hilliard receives the pass. He attempts the three. He nails the long-range fire. They work it around the perimeter. Stolen away. Takes the feed. Back. Hurricanes are really controlling the tempo.
Doing a nice job of controlling the speed of the game, Gus. They're really dialed in here, and coaches got to enjoy it.
15 fouls. Hurricanes are showing they have the shooters willing and able to knock down the three.
Being successful shooting from the perimeter all comes down to teamwork and execution. You shooting can test the three anytime you want, Gus. You need to work together as a team. You want to get good, pure, clean, open looks.
Offensively, they'll set up from the sideline. English takes the pass. The ball stripped. Hilliard handles the feed. And they get the turnover. Stewart handles the pass. He fires away. And he's no good from downtown. Hinton gets the pass. Careless mistake there. Pushing in transition. He got it up and in. Full court pass. Inside. Long lead pass. Wide open. Misses from long range. Around a minute remaining. In the post. Jump shot. Drains it. Length of the floor. He shoots from the corner. Misses from the outside. Hilliard takes the feed. In the lane. And hits. I tell you, that's great offensive execution.
Doing a great job at playing their style. Ball reversal, going to the opposite side, and then they're able to convert.
He launches the bomb, but he misses his target. Receives the pass. We've said it so many times, survive and advance. Well, one survived and will advance, the other one's going home.
Well, when you take a close look at this victory, it came down to execution. We say it all the time, but these guys did a terrific job of getting stops at the defensive end and scores at the offensive end.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for now. Tune in for more college basketball action on CBS Sports, brought to you by EA Sports. For Bill Raftery, I'm Gus Johnson.
And now doing it again, Miami with the win. They advance on their way, the winner of Indiana and Kent State in the Midwest region. So they are one of the next spots to be clinched for the round of 32. Excuse me. We'll go from 64 teams to 32 teams. They are hold on, let's count here. $26 spots left for the round of 32. So 26 spots, 26 games, 26 winners. So let's go over the statistics one more time for today's game. The player of the game for Miami, Morgan Booth, with 36 points. A lot of that was three-pointers. A lot. We'll talk about the three-pointers in a minute. But to think of the ball, Tomlinson with 23 points. Booth had 3 rebounds, 1 rebound for Tomlinson, 4 assists for Booth, 3 for Tomlinson, 1 steal for Booth, 0 for Tomlinson, no blocks for either player, excuse me, and then 3 turnovers for Booth and 3 turnovers for Tomlinson, 13 field goals for Booth and 9 for Tomlinson. Field goal percentage 56.5% for Booth and 50.0% for Tomlinson. 10, like I said, a lot of those points by 3-pointers. 10, count 10 3-pointers for Booth and 0 for Tomlinson. What an outstanding first round for Booth. We'll see how he does against whoever they'll play in the second round of 32. We'll see how many threes he can knock down there, and be the player of the game again in their next game in the round of 32, and either a game against Indiana or Kent State. Again, Kent State is the 13th seed, Indiana the 4th seed in that one. So, and then you have 52.6% 3-point percentage for Booth and 0 for Tomlinson, of course. 5 3 throws for Tomlinson and 0 for Booth. 74.4% for Tomlinson and 0% for Booth. And then no offensive rebounds for Booth and for Tomlinson. 3 defensive rebounds for Booth. And 1 for Tomlinson. Those are your players of the game. Now let's look at your team stats. Again, the final score 84-57. So by far the biggest win margin for the teams winning in our Xbox 360 NCAA basketball tournament. So far, we've had close games. The Maryland game against West Virginia was a close game. The Kentucky game yesterday was a close game. The game also yesterday with Kansas State and Montana State was a close game. TCU and Arizona State was a close game. Boise State and Northwestern was a close game. This is the only big win we've had this entire tournament, and that comes in the Drake-Miami game in the Midwest region. Again, all these teams that we're playing are actual teams in the NCAA tournament, or were in the NCAA tournament before they got eliminated. It was an exception of Dayton, Ohio State, and Hawaii, because the teams, 3 teams that weren't in there. That was Northern Kentucky, Kennesaw State, and Grand Canyon weren't in the game. And then the only difference is Mississippi State instead of Pitt, because Mississippi State beat Pitt in our first 4 games. And then, of course, the reason why we had Arizona State and didn't have anybody else is because we didn't play that first 4 game, and we just skipped right to the round of 64. We skipped one first 4 game. We will show you that first 4 game between Arizona State and Nevada at some point as an exhibition game to see who would have won hadn't we played it. But we decided, without the possibility of Nevada beating Arizona State and having 4 teams different than the real life tournament, then we decided to go ahead and default that one to Arizona State, and that was what gave us the TCU game against Arizona State, the real live matchup. I should have done defaulted every game to whoever won in real life. That way I wouldn't have any difference, but the teams that weren't in the game. But one of the 4, one of the 3 that I've played, the first 4, one of the 3 games of the first 4 that I played was wrong. By wrong was not who actually won in real life, but was part of the actual tournament since they were part of the first 4 anyway. So it was right in our instances, but in who won in real life, it wasn't right. So it was Pittsburgh who won in real life, and Mississippi State in ours, and Pittsburgh who lost in ours, and Mississippi State lost in real life. So that's the only difference, is Mississippi State winning instead of Pittsburgh winning, and Dayton instead of Northern Kentucky, Ohio State instead of Kennesaw State, and Hawaii instead of Grand Canyon. So again, the final score 84-57. 26 rebounds for Miami, 15 for Drake, 29 assists for Miami, 15 for Drake, 5 steals for Miami, and 1 for Drake. 1 block for Miami and 1 block for Drake. 1 foul for Drake and 12 for Miami, so they will have to limit their fouls in the second game, because probably most likely they're going to be playing Indiana in the next round. So they're going to have to limit those fouls if they want to get into the Sweet 16 and knock off either Kent State or Indiana in the second round, around 32. They did have more turnovers as well. They had 8 for Miami and 7 for Drake. 11 free throws for Drake and 2 for Miami. So they're going to have to allow the other team to foul them more and give up less fouls themselves. So what I mean is, you commit less fouls, but you let the other team that you're playing commit more fouls than you. So 2 free throws for Miami and 11 for Drake. 100% free throw. Although they weren't, even though they weren't at the line, but only 2 times. Actually, 1. Even though they weren't at the line more than Drake, they did have a better free throw percentage. They were perfect. They made every single one of their foul shots at the line. And Drake was only 73% perfect at the line. 34 field goals for Miami, 23 for Drake. So a 63% of field goals for Miami and 48 for Drake. Here's where it gets ugly. 14 3-pointers. 14 3-pointers for Miami. 14 and 0. Yes, 0 for Drake. 10 of those 14 10 of those 14 3-pointers were by the player of the game. I think his name was. I have to look at the player of the game again, but Pricks. I think it was his name. And then 54% from the line, from the 3-point beyond the 3-point line for Miami, and 0% for Drake. So no 3-pointers for Drake today. And that was what probably did them in. 3-pointers are, if you can't block, if you can't stop 3-point shooting and foul shooting, you are in trouble. That's probably what caused Drake to lose so big to Miami. 2 offensive rebounds for Miami and 1 for Drake. 24 defensive rebounds for Miami, and 14 for Drake. So they out defensive rebounded them and offensive rebounded them. And so I said 10 of those 14 take a look at 10 of those 14. So remember, 14 3-pointers for. There were 14 Miami. Okay, remember the statistic? Because we're going to go back to something. The statistic was 14. Yes, 14 3-pointers for Miami. 10 of which. Oops, 10 of which were by Booth. Morgan Booth. 10 of which were by Morgan Booth. So 14 total, which means 4 3-pointers were from another player. And those 3-pointers were, okay, so Booth, this player right here, had 10 of those. Then who had the other 4? Booth was 10 for 19 for 3 points made and attempted. Knowles was the other guy. He had 2 for 3 points. The other guy was Davis. So Devin Davis had 1. Booth had 10, and Knowles had 2, and Hidden had 1. So there's your 14. So majority of them were with Booth, obviously, but the other ones 1 for Tim Hinton, 2 for 3 for Fabian Knowles, and Devin Davis had 1, and he was 1 for 3. The rest of them had none, and so that's that. So people are asking, well, where were those 3-pointers made that Booth and the rest of them made the 3-pointers? Okay, all right. Well, let's take a look at it with the shot display. Okay, so they were 65% scoring in the first half. They were 61% scoring in the second half. However, Drake in the second half, they were 56% in the second half, and only 39% in the first half. So while Miami had more scoring percentage in the first half, they had less scoring in the second half. So, why? Yeah, they're all down there. They weren't all half court shots, of course. Normally they're not. Normally they're up. Let me go out of this and then go back into. I don't know why it's doing that. Why they're all down there by the other half of the court, but they are. Anyway, so imagine that near the basket. Okay, imagine all those basketballs, the orange on the banks, and the so 3, I think, were there. 2 or so were okay. So that's the second half, and then there's the first half. So imagine here's all. So the majority of them were on this side of the court. So the right side of the court. If you're looking at if you're standing and facing the basket straight on, they'd be on the majority of them would be on the right side of the court. Or if you're on this sideline, the top side of the court, or bottom side if you're on this sideline of the top half of the court. So top or bottom. So yeah, we're on the right side of the screen. According to the screen you're seeing, because it's a head-on shot. I don't know why it was all down there, but that was weird. So that's gonna be it for this one. That one was from the Midwest region. So we've had at least one from every region. We've had, like I said, at least one from all 4 regions: the South, Midwest, West, and East. We've had 2 from the West, 2 from the East, 1 from the Midwest, and 1 from the South. We've only had 1 matchup complete for the round of 32, which was Kansas State and Kentucky, the Battle of the Wildcats. That's the only time we had the 2 teams that would play each other in the second round. And that was yesterday, both games yesterday. So we've only known 1 matchup for the second round, which is Kentucky and Kansas State. Let's see here. We get another one. Here from the Midwest. It is the one that we said that the winner of this one will play the winner of the one we just got done playing. So it is Indiana and Kent State. They will wait Miami, who just got done playing. So we haven't. It's been at least 2 or more, more than 2 days now since we've had a game from the South region. The South region was West region was where we got started, and then we bounced to the South region, then back to the. So here's how it worked. So game 1 was TCU and Arizona State. Then we bounced all the way over to the South region and did Maryland and West Virginia. Then back to the West region for Boise State and Northwestern. Then over to the East region for Kentucky and Providence, and then Kansas State and Montana State, and now in the Midwest region with Miami and where I think I'll have to go double check on YouTube. Let me go double check on YouTube because I do have it recorded in order on YouTube. So let me take a look here. So yeah, it was. I was right. It was TCU and Arizona State. Then it was Maryland and West Virginia. Then it was actually Northwestern and Boise State. Then it was Kentucky and Providence, and then Kansas State and Montana State, and now this one, Miami and Drake, that you just saw. So, in this live stream. So, yeah. One live stream per game, so each game gets its own live stream with a pregame and wrap-up show. So, we'll now wrap it up until the next game, which is Indiana and Kent State from the same arena that we just got done playing in the game. So same place, same region. So we're staying in the same region for the next game, same location for the same region, same location as well for the video game. So same location in the video game and same region in the tournament. From the game we just had to the next game we'll have. And so, like I said, that's the second time we've had that in 2 days. So yesterday we had it with the East region. And we'll have it now with the Midwest region. So we still have yet to have a number 1 seed play yet. We'll have another matchup determined. Will it be Indiana and Miami like in real life? Or will it be Kent State in Miami? We'll find out. So that game is not going to be today. We're not doing that today. We're going to do that tomorrow. So again, Kent State and Indiana will play tomorrow. So there you have it. That is where we stand right now. Again, the final score, I forgot what the final score was. All I have to do is just go one up and hit box score. 84, again, the final score, 84 to 57. 84-57 is the final score. And we got one more game in the so that's the only game. That's the only game for today. Join us tomorrow for Indiana and Kent State. So we'll be excited to bring that to you tomorrow. And enjoy that one as we bring you more college basketball tomorrow on NCAA Basketball 10 on my channel. It is the Xbox 360 NCAA Basketball 10 NCAA Tournament. Again, Miami wins it 84-57, the final score. Until next time, keep on YouTube, everybody, and we'll see you all next time for more NCAA Basketball 10 coverage.